Okay, so now so many businesses have moved to being more remote and doing so much more online and via internet platforms like Zoom. And so I'm getting a lot of questions of how do you still build a strong team culture and enthusiasm and excitement and not let it go flat and boring just because there's so much being done online. And we can't high five when we're on the internet, and we can't hug, and we can't build that strong family dynamic that's such a great part of our business. And so I just wanted to give you a few tips. One is increase communication. When you're going to an online platform, you can't just do the same number of meetings and phone calls and communication. There needs to be an increased communication. They need to know that you care. The other thing is you got to figure out how to make it fun and exciting. When you're online, it's a lot different than being in person, where you can actually look in their eyes and maybe even touch them, hand them something. So you got to bring up your energy level, and you got to make sure you're making eye contact, that you're not looking down at them or they're not looking up your nose or something, that you have your computer down here. So just make sure that you're looking eye to eye, you're looking in your camera, and that you have, that they can feel your passion, they can feel your enthusiasm, they know that you're excited, they know you're fired up, they know you love what you do and that you believe what you're saying. The next thing would be just find ideas to make it fun, that you can still maybe even do a game night with your team, or you can do via the internet, or you can do some things like where you can get the children involved sometimes. Maybe bring in some guest speakers that they're excited to plug into. It's not just that same old thing that they're plugging into every single week. Do recognition still, and I don't mean to say that you're just reading off names of people that hit a goal or got a promotion, because that can get boring too. Them sitting there at their home watching on the internet a bunch of names being read off. But figure out ways that you can highlight these people, and maybe you're switching back and forth to multiple speakers throughout one session that you're training on whatever it is that you're talking about, but that you're maybe switching to different trainers instead of that same guy speaking for 40 minutes. Try to keep it shorter. If you normally did a training for an hour, maybe cut it down to 40 minutes or 30 minutes. If you did something normally in 10, do it in 5. But you got to be able to get your point across quickly. Another thing you need to know is you have to keep it positive. Always positive. The last thing people want to do when they're at home, tired, trying to focus, is that you're spouting off negative things that what happened in the media or the news, or how maybe the team is not doing well. Only positives online, only positives. You could talk about where you're going, you could talk about your vision, you could talk about what's next and what you're excited about and where you're headed as a team, but not, don't mention it if it's, we didn't hit our goal. The last tip I'd give you is just to make sure that you're pouring belief into people. That each time you train or you do anything online, that you're trying to increase their confidence and their belief level in themselves. The last thing you want to be doing is some boring training that they've heard 100 times that they have to sit there and try to take notes on via the internet. So try to add value every time with energy. And always, before I do any meeting, I think about the people that are listening, the people on the other end of that camera. And I want to make sure that I'm thinking about them, helping them grow, helping them be more happy. And so I think about their kids, I think about them and their goals and their dreams, and I just want to add value and help them to be the best version of themselves.